Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Deep Rock Galactic. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Zarel. Let's get to it. Alright, today we're doing the Deep Dive, codenamed Eternal Anvil. But before we get to that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. So let's get into it. First stage of the Deep Dive has Mactera Plague Volatile Guts, both as modifiers as well as a salvage mission with 2 mini-mules and mining mineral morkite. So the morkite, of course, you'll see on the walls and the ceiling. You'll have to keep your eyes open for it and see how you can get to it to mine it. Now, while you're mining it, of course, you're going to look out for gold and nitra at the same time. Mini-mules, you'll see pulsing green as well as beeping, so when you get close enough, you'll be able to see and or hear it. So make sure that you're looking out for those and listening for them. Now, since this is a full salvage operation, you'll have to do everything that comes with it. And we'll get to that in a second. Now, once you find the mini mule, you can scan it. The legs will come up on the terrain scanner. They also pulse white a little bit and glow, so you can find them relatively easily once you find the mini mule and scan it. Now, once you have the legs attached, all you have to do is repair the mini mule. Now, once you have all the mini mules repaired, you're not done. You still have to mine the morkite. If you don't have the morkite, you'll have to get that before you can progress any further. Now, once you have the 2 mini mules and all the morkite, then you're ready to go. You repair the uplink just like in a normal salvage operation, and then you have this bubble. You have to stay within the bubble, or at least one party member has to stay within the bubble at all times and keep those bugs out. Not because the bugs will stop or reverse your progression, but rather they're going to take you out. So you have to do a little bit of zone defense there. And once you're done with that, then you have to refuel the drop pod. You'll have the drop pod come in. You'll see it as a green light somewhere on the ground, and that tells you where it's going to be. And then just reattach it to the drop pod and then start repairing it. Just like before, you have to stay within the zone in order to finish it. Now, in addition, this is a good time to point out that you can play the Deep Dive by yourself with your buddy Bosco, or with up to 3 other friends, either real friends or match made. So whatever you want to do. So much like before, you have to do the zone control, keep the bugs out, keep them from taking you out. Additionally, because of volatile guts, every bug that you defeat will explode, which is a double-edged sword, because it will blow up. It'll cause damage to anything, yourself or bugs included. Now, once you have that done, you'll have to wait another minute and a half. You'll have to hold out before while the drop pod powers up, but then hop on in and get out. And that's stage 1 of the Deep Dive. Now, Mactera Plague will mean there will be more flyers on the stage than normal. Alright, on to stage 2 of the Deep Dive. Now, stage 2 has you refining liquid morkite and looking for crystallized morkite. So you'll look for that smoke and blue flame that's coming out of the ground. Call in the pump jack. And then you'll want to find out where the pump jack is in relation to the rig. Since there's no mule, you'll have to deposit everything on the rig itself. Now, additionally, this stage has Swarmageddon as a modifier. That means there's going to be swarmers all over the place. Now, just like the last stage, you're going to be keeping your eyes moving, looking for that morkite on the side of the wall and, of course, ceiling, and get to it however you can. Also, make sure that you're getting the gold and nitra. Gold will add to your credits at the end of the deep dive, and nitra will help you stay flush with ammo and grenades throughout the deep dive. So make sure you have plenty of it. You're likely going to need a lot of nitra for this particular stage. So always a good idea to have plenty of gold and nitra. Those credits you're going to need for upgrades and promotions. And like I already said, nitra you're going to want immediately during a stage for use. Now this is a good time to point out that the deep dive is a 3-stage raid-like environment, and everything carries over from one stage to the next. So all of your gold and nitra carries over. So if you don't use all your nitra in one stage, it'll carry over into the next stage. So some stages, of course, you're going to need more ammo than others. So in addition to looking for Morkite and connecting the pump jacks and doing that, you're also going to have to deal with the swarm again and the swarms of bugs that are going to be coming after you on a regular basis. So once you have the pump jack called in, then you connect it with the framework. Now you're not ready to go yet. You'll also have to build the pipeline out from the rig to the pipeline. So you or your teammate or Bosco can build it starting from the rig and moving out to the pipeline. Now once you have all 3 pipelines connected, framework, pipeline all set up, you're not ready to go until you have your crystallized Morkite ready. So you won't be able to start refining or pumping the liquid Morkite until you have that second objective done. Now once you have it, you can start pumping. That percentage will start going up, and at some point you're going to have to repair the pipes. Pipes that are already repaired are green. Green light means go. The other ones are going to be flashing red, and then there's going to be kind of like a red beacon in the sky for where it is actually needing the repair, where it's leaking. So get over to those spots, repair those spots. Once they're all repaired, then your percentage will start going. You'll start progressing more again. So always make sure that you're doing that. Even while you're refining, make sure that you're keeping your eyes open for minerals, both gold and nitra. Call on resupplies when you need it. If you're with another player or with 3 other players, you're going to want to call it in when you're getting close to about 50% of your grenades and ammo. If you're by yourself, I would say call it in when you're going to be running almost out. So when you're right around 25%, call one in. Now once you're done, send the liquid Morkite that you just pumped into orbit. Once it shows up in outer space, they'll call in the drop pod. Drop pod normally shows up somewhere in a more remote location, so you will have to wait about 30 seconds before the drop pod comes in. But once it does, you can kind of start tracking it, figuring out where it's at. Like I said, it's generally in a less populated, more remote location within the cave. So make sure that you kind of figure out where that might be. Once you see it coming in, then like I said, you can start tracking it, start going towards it, as well as watching your 6 and taking out bugs as you're going along. But once it drops, you can get right in. You don't have to wait for anything. Door will open right up and you can get in and get out. And that is stage 2. Whew. Take a minute and relax and get yourself ready for stage number 3. Now, stage number 3 of the deep dive is the final stage, of course. We're going to be doing mini mules. Again, look and listen for those mini mules. Scan it, grab the legs, look at your terrain scanner if you need to. Of course, defend yourself from the bugs that are coming after you, and repair the mini mule. Make sure that you're keeping your eyes on the drill dozer. There's no modifiers for it for this stage, so you only have the 2 objectives. Unlike normal stages, both objectives have to be accomplished in order to get out. Alright, so with the drill dozer, you have to protect the drill dozer, and at some point it's going to run out of fuel, so you're going to have to take the fuel canisters off and look for the oil shale. That's that kind of gray-blue stuff that's kind of sticking out here and there. Now, you can mine it with your pickaxe, but I don't recommend it because it does take 3 swings in order to do that, and the fuel canisters can mine it much more efficiently than you can with your pickaxe. Plus, you don't hold it, it just drops to the floor. Alright, so once you get to the Amaran Heartstone, you can start drilling. Now, this part has 4 different phases to it, 4 layers of the Heartstone, and with each layer comes new menaces to your operation. But once you're able to get the Heartstone, you drop it into the mule, or attach it to the mule, it's way too big, and then call in your drop pod, your final drop pod, for the deep dive, and get out. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check us out on social media, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and we'll see you next time.
The dozer's just broken through the crust of the Amaran.
Loretta needs maintenance. Dozer, repair. Gotta stir and mix. Choke on this! I want mayhem! Getting more ammo!
Contact. Swarm approaching the drill dozer. Hunker down and load up.
Must be worth a fortune since steel.
We're 50% through, team. Drill dozer is still holding together. Contact. Lock and load.
Flammable toxins deployed. Booyah! We need to fix Loretta! Anyone guarding the drill dozer? Body fixed. Chemical attack. Getting supplied. Detonation successful. Splat! I'm gonna kill you all.
The drill dozer is exposing the core. The Heartstone is almost ours.
Someone debug the dozer! Loretta won't make it like this!
Incoming swarm. Keep the dozer safe.
You're as good as new, Loretta!
Swarm! I repeat, swarm!
Die like your mother dead! Help me protect the dozer! Loretta is purring like a kid. Rockety rockin' stove. We are losing the drill dozer! Protect and repair!
The drill dozer served its purpose. The Heartstone is ours. Deposit it and wrap up the mission.
Here.
Heartstone secured. Objective completed.
You Molly! Toxic grenade! Oh yeah.
Excellent. Drop pod inbound. Drop pod has arrived. Retrieving the mule. Drop pod departing in T-minus 5 minutes.
Go, go, drop pod isn't waiting forever! Things about to go down. Resupply order.
Supply pod requisitioned. Launching now.
Forever. I ordered a
The
resupply.
mule is secured. Initiating launch sequence. Deep Rock Galactic thanks you for your good work. Drop pod will leave with or without you.
I ordered
Supply drop has been ordered and is on the way.
time to restock.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 4 minutes.
Ooh,
Supply pod launched. Better stand back.
everybody clear. Not.
Roger that. Supplies are coming.
Hold your breath.
Good work. We're pulling you back in.
Last one. Rock and stone forever.